Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome back to the Sitting Down with the Sisters podcast. We are your hosts.
I'm Temi.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Ayo.
And we're back again.
We're back. It's been a hot minute, and we're live from Soapbox Studios.
Soapbox Studios.
It's
baby.
season 2.
Season 2.
And was honestly so excited to be back.
So excited to be back.
Obviously, if you didn't notice, for those who did, who are, dedicated, subscribed, following us on Instagram for updates as well as also Twitter. We've been on a little break. Season 1 is done, completed, and we're back with that heat. Like I said, we're live from Soapbox Studios.
It's owned by our friend Gbenga. Well, our brother, not our friend.
Shout out
family.
He's going to be on our next episode.
You're doing bits.
So
you're doing bits. Shout out to
watch
you.
out for that.
Gang
And
gang.
the heat that we have for this season, if you wasn't aware, if you wasn't paying attention, if you didn't know, well, now you know.
If
Now
you haven't
you
noticed the
know.
upgrade, can you hear the sound quality?
Can you hear it?
Can you see the camera quality?
Are you listening? Shine your eyes and look.
Right, period.
That's it.
Dondo.
No, that's right. He said don't do.
Guys, you can also catch our other videos. It's still on our YouTube. It's
Yes.
still on our Spotify.
Yes.
It's still
Yeah.
everywhere.
If
So
you're a new listener.
in case you're joining us for the first time, you can always go back, rewatch. You can subscribe, you can like, you can comment,
And no, that's right.
and you can do all of that.
Also,
And you can listen on Spotify and Apple.
yes, I was going to say that. We're on
Yes.
loads of different platforms. So if you want to catch us just audibly, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any podcast stations. We're also on YouTube. Also, if you love us, leave a review on Apple Podcasts because it helps
Yeah.
with the algorithm. Okay, leave a 5-star review.
Algorithm.
If
Thank
you're a
you.
real one, you will, you'll
Yeah.
do it.
And follow us on our social media, SDWTS podcast on both Instagram and
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So first episode back, do you want to introduce the topic? Let the people them know.
So as you know, we've been away for about a month. Basically, it's been 3 weeks,
yeah,
like 3.5
basically a
weeks,
month.
but basically a month. And a lot has
gone on.
happened.
What are we surprised about? Like, this is 2020.
I know, the
So
year
much
has
has been
been
happening.
Has been a mess. So
Like,
you know, so we're gonna just go through a couple of the things that's happened since we we're gonna go through a couple of the things that have happened since we've been gone, and we'll start with let's think about this. We'll start with Wiley and the drama.
I think that's
been
like the
happening with Wiley.
most prominent one, and that's still actually ongoing.
happening
Yes.
at the current moment.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Sorry,
Sorry,
for
that,
those,
that pause was needed. I'm
Yeah.
shocked.
because I think I'm more shocked at obviously what he said was wrong, plain out wrong. Like there's no justifying it whatsoever.
Never.
And for anyone defending like what he said, you need to just sit down and reflect because it's not right.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Like, what did he say? Like, what
He
for
just-
those people that
that
haven't
don't
really
know.
Who
seen
don't know,
what
yeah.
he said?
Right.
What has he said? That
He-
obviously, I know he said something about Jewish people.
Yeah, so he just
Like
made a
the
lot of
Jewish
anti-Semitic
community.
tweets.
Okay.
So essentially,
Was it targeted to just
Jewish people?
Yeah,
people?
just
Okay.
Jewish
And
people.
I haven't seen all the tweets, so I can't come here and say, oh, I don't know word for word what he said, but I just know it offended someone. And to be fair, if your words offend someone, you should apologize.
100%.
And you should be held accountable for it.
Yeah.
I think the issue the black community have specifically with what's happening with Wiley, none of us, well, the people that are on the right side of the argument anyway, none of us are saying that he shouldn't be held responsible for what he said.
100%.
Right.
But we're saying people of the same magnitude on these social media should be held to the same account.
100%.
On the same wavelength.
On the same way, because you've got people like Katie Hopkins that had to be petitioned to be taken off Twitter. You have people like Piers Morgan that has used his platform to speak.
Even who's that guy? What's his name? It will come back to me later on, but he's like a white man, Tommy Robinson.
Oh yeah,
that
exactly.
one. He's been given opportunities on public platforms to say live on news, so many other places to express his views, but he hasn't been
Even
penalised for
recently,
it.
we've been seeing a lot of like Twitter violations from like Lord Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, And I can't believe it took this long for Katie Hopkins to leave Twitter. This happened.
Yeah.
Katie Hopkins left Twitter like very recently.
Very
and
recently.
you know, for that to happen, we had to sign a petition to
petition.
get her out of there.
Whereas Wiley was off in a second.
They've taken his
crazy.
YouTube account.
They've literally almost like taken away his ways of making money, which I think is very sad because you haven't done this to other people, and it's evident what the underlying issue is here. It's racism.
Yeah,
like it's just
let's be really real.
It's very
about
plain.
It had to be a
and
black man
simple.
to be the scapegoat.
You haven't prosecuted people like Katie Hopkins. You haven't put them down for hate speech. But when it's Wiley, you want to look into his whole life. You want to do investigation.
So they sent police to his house. I've never heard of that before.
Can I ask?
I'm not gonna
Never
lie.
heard of it.
No.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
So what do you think the appropriate sort of thing to do, like to Wiley? Like obviously he's violated and he's offended
the
people.
repercussions.
What do you think the repercussions basically should be? Even though like I think we all agree that they are taking it a bit too far. What would have been the appropriate like repercussion?
I think just taking away the platform where he made the comments, Twitter. I think closing his account on that was fine. That's it. I don't agree with closing his YouTube,
Instagram,
taking down all his music videos from years and years and years ago.
It feels very
that has given him the title that he has. You know, some people call him the Godfather of rhyme. You've stripped him of all of that. Like, do you know how many instances there's been of even Olympians and so many other like staple people in the UK who are not black have said outrageous things,
and
they don't get their medal taken away. They don't get their they don't get anything taken away. So I don't get why they had to go to that length. Obviously what he said is wrong. We're not justifying that whatsoever, but how far it's gone now,
it's terrible.
And
personally, my only thing is I'm not even sure what repercussions I want him to have. The most important thing to me is that the same way you're going to treat him is how you treat everybody. Don't treat him,
needs to be consistent,
as a scapegoat and let everybody else go scot-free. It's not fair. That's how
it's going to be, not going to lie.
Yeah,
we know this is how it's been and how it's going to be.
That's sad though.
It's very sad.
Absolutely sad.
But moving on from that topic, we also wanted to talk about Meg the Stallion and her unfortunate shooting. That was ridiculed a lot on the social media, which was actually really sad to see, because I watched some commentaries about it and it was crazy how much people were making memes and laughing about her getting shot.
Yeah. Even the person that I was not really shocked at, because this is what he does.
50 Cent.
Yeah, 50 Cent.
What did he say?
As someone who was shot himself 9 times.
Are you shocked?
He literally, you know the film, I think it's Boys in the Hood. You know, when Morris Chestnut is running away, just as if you've seen it, as he's running away, because he's about to get shot, they replaced his face and put Megan Thee Stallions, and the person in the car, they replaced his face and put Tory Lanez.
Why is he such a troll?
I don't know.
I just think the lack of support that she got specifically from black men is... Am I shocked? No. Is it disappointing and hurting? Absolutely.
1,000,000%.
Because this is someone, she doesn't live that lifestyle. She's never ever claimed to live the street or hood lifestyle. So she's very, very traumatized. Let's take that into account.
Even if she was from that life, it's traumatizing.
It doesn't matter.
It's actually because it's meant to be coming from her friend.
And she was shot in both of her feet.
Yeah, and you know what? Someone raised a good point and said if this happened to Kylie Jenner, it wouldn't be the same energy.
And I feel like it's sad that we have to compare it to that, because I think a shooting is a shooting. And what's sad is it was
regardless
a black man
of where it was,
and who's on the receiving end
or whatever.
It's sad that it was a black man that did it to her. And
her friend, someone she trusted.
And it's also sad that she then tweeted afterwards about how it's sad that she can't trust the people that she thought she could trust. And if you know about Megan Thee Stallion's story a little bit, like she's lost both of her parents, and so she hangs around with her friends a lot. Like she has quite a close circle of friends.
So if she's let someone into her circle and they've done that to her,
it's quite upsetting.
Yeah,
that's betrayal.
Do you feel like this had anything to do? You know, the whole like mockery and everyone taking a mick out of Megan Thee Stallion. Do you think this had anything to do with race in terms of it being a black woman,
or them making fun of her?
Yeah,
or 1,000,000%.
I think so. Yeah, we always see it happen. Like we've seen it throughout history, and throughout like social media, we always see it when anything tragic happens to a black woman, it becomes like a laughing stock. It becomes the joke. It is. It's comedy to people, and it's sad. Like even when you said how, you know, she was shot in her foot, there was someone saying, oh, it was only in her feet, like it's not that deep. If that bullet hit the wrong artery, she could have bled to death.
That's what I was gonna say. God is so good, because she said she was shot in both of her feet, and it didn't touch anything important in both of her feet.
They were able to just remove it like that.
So she was shot in both of her feet.
Both.
He was trying to end her from walking.
I don't know the story,
okay, do you know what it is?
So
like, obviously I was speaking to someone about this yesterday, and they just randomly asked, actually, they were just like, so is Tory Lanez cancelled? Is Tory Lanez cancelled?
I don't even know.
Are we, like, is everyone, obviously I think, we're not comparing him to like the likes of R. Kelly, because this is obviously R. Kelly's situation is a lot worse, but is he cancelled in the sense where we can't play his music at events, even though a lot of people, like some people aren't fans of him. I wouldn't say I'm a fan,
but I don't listen to
I
his
have his
music.
songs on my playlist, like he would pop up.
Yeah.
Is he someone that we can't listen to anymore?
I don't necessarily know what that does.
Do you know? Okay, can I answer?
Facts.
Basically, my answer to that is, obviously, I don't know if he's cancelled yet, and the reason why I'm saying that is because we're not exactly sure what's happened.
That's what I was going to say.
Megan hasn't even confirmed what happened. Like, no official sort of webs, like no official blogs have literally made this clear. Like, so we're still here trying to put together everything that's happening.
But I feel like it was him, not gonna lie, because it
was just him.
Think of it like this: if you were, God forbid, if you were shot, and then you now see that all the heat is coming onto your friend, someone who's supposed to be your friend, like they've blamed it on him, and you know that it wasn't him. Not gonna lie, you know, when I would clear his name. I'll be like, guys, that's not the case. The person that you're pointing at, who you're saying, I wouldn't even
straight to the point.
Do you know what I mean?
And so also as well, I feel like. Sorry, he was arrested, so he's out on bail. So it makes sense.
I personally think if he did it,
and he hasn't cleared his name as well,
then he should be held responsible for it.
Absolutely,
he needs to go to prison.
I don't really believe in cancel culture too tough. So.
Yeah, I don't even believe in the word cancel. What does that mean? Cancel
only
them how?
God can cancel.
Yeah, so, cancel them how? Oh, you're not listening to their music anymore. Okay, they're still.
Like, do you know what's so mad? However God's gonna bless someone. It's not because of you that this is happening.
Cancelling on social media tends to be very superficial too, because it happens for 1 week and then.
And you know what's so mad? Actually, funny enough that we spoke about Wiley earlier. I saw a tweet saying this is real cancellation. Like, Wiley's actually getting cancelled because everything is by going. The industry. Like, the industry is
only the industry
Wiley.
can do that.
They're wiping him from social media.
We'll say we want to cancel someone, but we don't even have the power to do what the media are doing to Wiley right now. Like, the way they're literally just cutting his life.
One thing I want to say, let me look at the camera when I say this, listen, Black Twitter, leading on to our next topic.
Yeah.
And I thought this is like sort of, it's the truth. Black Twitter, we are a very, very loud minority. You know, we have so much to say. We do. Which is great, but you know, when it comes to real life, it doesn't really like level up like as such. Like when you're on Twitter, you think, oh my gosh, like everyone's talking about the same thing. We could make things trend because we've done that in the past. When it comes to real life, it doesn't equate.
It doesn't translate.
It's not equivalent. Like, there's no. Do you know what I mean? That's a good point. Like,
it doesn't translate whatsoever.
Everything you see on social media, let's remember it's still social media, and that's where it stays.
Yeah,
real life is still real life.
As seriously as we
so
do.
If you're out there, you're listening to a podcast, and you're someone that you will see that, oh my gosh, they're bashing this person from wearing this tracksuit on Twitter. Do your thing. Just wear your tracksuit, hun.
Because the life is
don't
bigger
listen
than
to Twitter. Don't take dating advice. Just do your thing. You know, it's just Twitter.
On the topic of Twitter,
let's
we wanted to discuss as well.
That was our next one, actually.
Yeah, Kanaan Pitan. He was getting dragged by girls. See, this is the thing about black. You know, it's always talking about how black men don't respect black women. I was about
to say
but
that.
Black women are sometimes doing a mad thing. Listen, anyway, so he's a 19. Is he
19?
19.
Is he 19?
Yes, he's 19 years old, and he's getting dragged because obviously he does TikTok. And if you know TikTok and Twitter are not the same platform. So when you bring up TikTok onto Twitter, you're going to get corn because
it can go either way.
The content on TikTok is not the content on Twitter.
Is it just me, or was it not a girl that actually took his video
was a
from
girl,
TikTok?
a follower of his.
Wow. She took the video from TikTok and put it. She might as well start her own broadcast station and call it The Shade something. I don't understand.
She wanted to embarrass him. It's very evident that she wanted to embarrass him. And do you know why?
Nice.
Because you said, okay, he's taking up space in the gym by doing this dance. One, what does that mean?
Is it your gym?
What does that mean?
Were you at the gym at the time?
How? I don't get it.
Like, what did it mean?
Was he taking up your space?
Like, I just want to
Was he not social distancing from you?
But we'll leave.
Correct.
We'll leave her. What we wanted to speak about specifically is the fact that he then obviously reacted to the hate he gets, because as a young black boy on social media, it seems like black girls and even black men and the black community, black Twitter, are so, like, I don't know what the word is. They're so like reckless,
rampage,
like
ruthless.
Talking about people. It's not even only him. If it's someone that comes on the TL with a tracksuit that's not branded, that's what I was saying. Yeah, they got mouth for them. If it's someone that wants to just dance and have fun, they got mouth for them. And he addressed it so well. So we just want to big him up as well.
And yeah, honestly, I 100% want to big him up. And you know what's so mad? It's so sad that we have to address this again, because on season 1 we've addressed social media and some of the foul things that come from keyboard warriors and what they say
and how it actually affects people.
Exactly. And
these are real people, by the way, with real emotions.
People. And you know, it's just not nice. So we've come again to address the situation, because I think he posted this video like a week ago, and obviously watching it, I was really heartbroken, because fair enough, maybe the video is not your cup of tea or anything, but you don't need to bully a man, you know, to get your point across. You don't need to do that. I saw, and it's so unfortunate that it came from our black women. I saw a lot of black women say, that can't be my husband, and then it's getting a lot of retweets. That's my boyfriend can't do that. Oh, this is so cringy. Like I said, maybe his videos are not your cup of tea, but you don't really need to
just keep it pushing.
Like, you don't need to repost that just to embarrass him.
Like, you actually don't need to comment.
Your purpose was to embarrass him.
Yeah. And I genuinely think there's some sort of entitlement. Black people think they have to talk about people's situations as if it relates to them personally. Why would you say something like, "Oh, my man can never do that"? Was he claiming to be your man? Was he
trying to be?
And then I think that leads on to my next question. I don't know if you've got time for it quickly, but I basically wanted to ask. So this is part of what's trending on social media as well, especially Twitter. Is the UK bad vibes?
1,000,000% is bad.
You think?
Yeah. But
what does bad vibes mean?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
What do you mean the UK is bad vibes?
I think it's bad vibes because no one's happy for anyone here. It's a very individualistic society. Like, of course, you'll come into different communities of people that do care about each other and want to support each other. On the whole, though, I think it has to do with the weather. I also think it has to do with so many other things, because it feels so small. It feels like if someone's winning, then they feel like they're nobody else can win.
Mine is not even. It's not even just the winning, but I feel like when someone's just a little bit different from you, or when someone just does their own thing, everyone just looks at them like, oh, beg.
Like how they're not following the trend.
Why is he doing that? Why are they doing that? Why are they dressed like that?
Yeah.
You know, things like that. I don't think.
Or
it's
even
nice.
even with the Kanaan situation, black women were saying stuff like, they were making it seem like he was being feminine essentially for having fun. I
think you mentioned something as well about this is the sort of behavior I expect from a light-skinned guy.
Yeah. So like
that shocked me.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like the things that come out of people's mouths as well, it's a bit crazy.
That shocked me.
Like there's this whole thing, that people don't realize, underlying anyway. There's this whole thing about dark-skinned men being more masculine versus light-skinned men being more feminine.
And it's the same for women as well.
Yeah.
Like dark-skinned women are seen to be more strong than this, and the light-skinned women are seen to be more
gentle, more soft. Yeah. This is very sad, because some people don't realize that by doing that, they're coming across very anti-black.
100%. All that labeling just because of the colour of your skin.
Yeah. It's not, and that's what we're fighting against. So to have it done within your own community,
it's just like, where do we start again?
Yeah, it's really disappointing, and it's depressing as well.
It's like one step backwards, one step forward, 2 step backwards.
Yeah, because it's like we're already having it done by people outside of our race. So for it to just run through, it's like poison. 100%. And then it's too much.
We've got to do better.
We really do.
There's 2 other things we want to talk about. I don't know if we have time, but one was duckie,
ducky thot,
and one was tiny tempah. Right.
I think they can tie into each other because they're both about relationships. Essentially.
Yeah.
So for those who aren't aware, Duckie Thot is a model.
Supermodel.
Yeah.
A dark skinned supermodel.
Beautiful
Very
supermodel.
beautiful. She's Australian.
Yep. And it was brought to our attention that she is, I don't know why, because it's not even anyone's
my
business. But she is in a relationship with someone who is younger than her.
She's
not in the same career as her.
So basically she's 24 and he just turned 21.
And he is not in the same field as her. He doesn't do what she does.
He's
just like a regular guy,
person,
which
like
is
an average
absolutely
regular
fine.
guy from
So
London.
someone took it upon themselves to now use her relationship as an example of black women dating down and how we're always made to settle down and to date down.
Can we emphasize on dating down? Yeah. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
You tell me.
Please. I don't even like the term.
I don't like it. It's very degrading.
It's sad because it shows how superficial our generation has become. Because it's like you can't date someone if they're not on the same level as you. I personally think if you don't know anything about a relationship, you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
You can. If to you it seems like dating down, that's your personal problem. I think it's more of a projection of how you think about yourself and like how you think about yourself, because he's not rich, maybe he might be just a normal
you don't
guy.
even know
you don't know, but maybe and maybe he hasn't been exposed to the things she's been exposed to, but you don't know what he's adding to her life. So why is it called dating down?
Can I be honest? Sorry, go on, tell me.
No.
Can I be honest? With the topic of dating down, not even with Duckie Thot and her man, but on the topic of dating down, I get it. Like, I get what some people mean when they say that in terms of black women.
Okay. Explain.
Because I feel like that applies to. Okay, let me not use that example.
Do you think she's dating down?
I don't think that's what I'm saying. I don't think take her out of the equation.
Right.
But the idea of dating down and the notion of that, like with black women, we tend to settle or made to feel like, okay, well, if we have this, then we shouldn't really just 100%. Aspire for more, and this is it.
Like, we're made to feel bad for wanting better for ourselves.
Like, I don't know if you've seen it, like. Oh, so throughout this whole quarantine, I've seen like so many black women just living luxurious, living just phenomenal, like just.
And I'm loving it.
Yeah, but I'm seeing so many people like just against it, like, oh no, like be humble, like it's too much. But when it comes to like white YouTubers and people that
and the Kylie Jenner,
it's fine. It's all my days. I want that. They're your pictures on social media. You repost it. But when it comes to black people, like. The best example is Jackie Aina. She recently got, I think it was a Jeep or a G-Wagon, and she got it customized, and the response was amazing from black women. But then there was some other people saying, oh sis, like this is too much, like don't be boastful, like we shouldn't celebrate our success, and we're made to feel bad when we're living luxurious. I
don't even think it's that. I think they view black women in a very derogatory way.
That's what it
screams out, like, in situations like that. But on the topic of the luxury one, I remember that conversation. I think I was in two minds, because obviously black women should be allowed to live luxury, like, we should be allowed to do whatever we want, but I think some people will come in from it from a very superficial aesthetic point of view that can be quite capitalist. So in that regard, I don't think it should be, oh yeah, we just want to do it, because a lot of people want to do it for the look. I don't know how to explain it.
Like luxury can looking good together rather than what is actually going.
Luxury is different things to different people.
Right,
like for me, going away on a trip with my girls is luxury. I don't need to be wearing Dior and all of that.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I guess it depends on what it means.
100%.
That's true. Yeah. 100%. No, I get that.
And can I shout out Tiny Tempah, because you made my week.
Tell me, it's not a shout out.
It's a shout out. Shall I tell you why it's a shout out? I'm so sorry. Why is he typing in caps to that girl?
Do you know how he acted on that?
He was
on that
shouting
Twitter.
at her.
It's all on Twitter, isn't it? The way he acted was very hypocritical.
It's almost like shifting the attention on what was going on. So basically, what happened was, Ivorian Doll tweeted something about wanting a football player.
How does she bag a footballer?
How to bag a football player. And Tiny Tempah took it upon himself to respond to that tweet.
What did he say again?
He said something about you need to find, obviously paraphrasing, you need to find yourself a African prince, like an African king.
Right,
in
he set himself,
Zamunda. Is that a real place, Tiny?
First
he
of all,
set himself up for that one.
And then a girl must have quote tweeted it saying how audacious of you, because you, like, basically
Isn't your wife
Bro.
white? Isn't she an Oyinbo?
Bro.
Well,
Isn't your daughter mixed race?
Uncle Tiny.
Why is it that you have standards for black women but you do not follow the same
that's
standards?
it. That is it.
So
That's my
basically,
issue.
he didn't answer the question.
Of course he didn't.
He was going around in
He beat around the
circles.
bush.
Yeah.
He was typing in caps to the woman,
Mhm.
trying to be funny.
He was shouting for 10 minutes, but
I-
he still didn't answer the question.
I found it funny. It's
You're
hilarious.
just making a lot of noise.
Because I just feel like obviously it's nothing that serious. He's not obligated to tell us
No, not at
anything,
all.
but it was
Right.
funny. But at the same time, just answer the question.
I just think there's certain conversations certain people can have and certain people cannot have. You cannot have that conversation, whether it is banter or not. It's not your place.
What conversation can you not have?
As in, who do you think you are to tell people who to go for? Especially if you haven't gone for the person you're telling people to go
Right. You can't push a preference.
for. Don't push a
On-
preference.
What if all of this?
someone.
What if all of this is what if all
It's
of
probably
this is
promo.
promotion for
Yeah,
him and
probably.
Ivor and releasing a song?
Maybe. Who
At
knows?
this point,
That is
can
very
we really be
audacious of him.
surprised?
Audacity.
Like, do you know what I mean? Who are you to have that kind
The
of opinion?
audacity.
And we're not saying oh, because he has a white wife he
There's
can't
anything
speak
wrong with it as
on
well. Nothing.
anything to do with black people,
no,
black
no.
women. No, that's not what we're saying. But it's like this is another thing that it ties into the whole how black women are viewed. It's your standards for black women. It's all the way up here, but for yourself, it's not. It's not correlating. It's not making sense.
You even think you can speak. Like, why is it that black men feel like they have a say in everything black women do with their lives? So you have to tell us who to marry, who to date.
He didn't need to respond to her.
where
tweet.
to go. We can't enjoy our holidays. We're doing
How
this.
to
We're doing
look,
that.
our
Even
makeup,
our preferences, our hair choices, our
choices.
clothes, everything.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't. You
Honestly.
can marry who you want. I don't believe in if you're black, you only have to marry black.
Of course
what-
not. What the
but
hell? We're in
I just think
2020.
It's
like-
weird for you to push that onto someone
When
that-
you
but
haven't
you
followed
haven't
it
done it
yourself.
yourself.
Very interesting.
Tiny,
Hmm.
do better, babes.
Teeny.
Do
Teeny.
better, honey.
Tempah.
But yeah, that's what we have for you today, guys. We just
Hope you
wanted to.
liked it.
We just wanted to do.
we just wanted to like give you everything
Like
that
an
we've missed,
overview, a
just to let you know
summary.
that we've been keeping up, even
Mhm.
behind the scenes. You know her name.
You know what it is.
You know what it is. You know the vibes. You know the crew.
Dazzy.
Join the discussion in the comments as usual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
we're
us
gonna
know
be-
what you guys think.
And we're gonna still be posting on our Twitter, our Instagram. You can
Mhm.
follow us and you can talk about everything on there too.
Hashtag
also-
SDWTS.
Period.
Mhm.
Also, you can follow us on our personal pages. Guys, you
you
want to
want.
shout out your Instagram and your Twitters?
You don't need to follow mine.
Oh, okay. What about your... You don't want to... Okay.
She's joking.
Right.
No,
We're gonna put it in below, like in the description.
Okay.
Oh,
so that
yeah.
you can follow it.
So you can follow
So in
us.
case you want to.
But yeah,
And
this is
yeah.
AshPierreX. This is Temi Allen _
Okay.
And this is aya.jpg.
Right.
I don't
Yeah. Thank you for listening, guys. We'll
Thank
be
you.
back.
Honestly,
And,
thank you for those who've been riding with us this far to make it
Yes.
season 2.
oh guys, we
appreciate
see
you.
you.
And
We really see you.
Yeah, welcome.
Thanks
welcome,
for the love.
welcome.
We've got surprises, guys.
We do. We hope
Yes.
you're ready.
Stay
see you
tuned.
next time.
See you.
Peace
Bye.
and love. Bye.
ADE.
Africans do everything.
The audacity. The temerity. That was cute.
That was